Well, hi, it's me, Christy La Gringa. I've been meaning this summer to show you my cooling accessories. That's right, if you have multiple sclerosis, you also may experience dysautonomia, which I probably have mispronounced. What does that mean? It means that your body doesn't have the normal ability to do things on its own. For example, cooling yourself off may be difficult. Other people might not feel hot, but if you do some housework at like 72 degrees inside your house, and Fahrenheit, sorry, I don't know Celsius, you could get overheated. So what do you use? Okay, there are cooling vests. If you're in the United States, you can request one from the National Multiple Sclerosis Society or Association. I'm sorry, I should have done my research before this, but currently I am having a hot flash. So, actually it is a bit on the warm side right now in my apartment. It's 77 degrees. But I've got a fan blowing. And, there's been other times where I have felt chilly at 77. I work from home because of my MS. I take Ocrevus. Shout out to Genentech, the people that make Ocrevus. Thank you guys for keeping me from having new lesions on my brain and spine. Ocrevus will not fix your existing lesions, but it will stop them from getting worse. So my lesions have not grown. I also don't have any new ones, so that's fantastic news. But, so sometimes I'll be working in my home office here. I do customer service, so I'll be working at my desk, and I'll have a blanket on, and it'll be 77, according to my little office thermometer. So, 77 is plenty warm, and currently I'm having a hot flash, and it's 77. So, I went to the freezer and I got my cooling jewelry. Yes, that's right. Cooling jewelry exists. So, not bad, eh? Okay, so what you're looking at here is from a company called, sorry, it's going to be backwards, Hot Girls Pearls. Okay, so these are little cooling, actually, these are freezer packs. You put them in the freezer, and, sorry, I need to not be one-handed when I do these podcasts, whatever you call it, when I do these vlogs, but I still have not ordered all the proper equipment. So, okay, look, inside is where you put the bracelet, and then you pop it in your freezer, I think it's like for 4 hours, and then it's thick though. If you see that this looks puffy, it's because it's got like a gel pack sort of thing going on in there. And so what that means is, once your bracelets start heating up and are not cooling you anymore, you pop each bracelet back into its container and zip it shut and leave it for, as I recall, 15 minutes, and it'll give you some additional cooling. So, currently in my freezer, I have a whole bunch of these. Hot Girls Pearls. So this is a company that was started by a lady that wanted to do something for menopause, which also comes with hot flashes. And they have many different colors and 2 different styles. So as you can see here, this is my preferred style. These are the chiclets. Why do I like the chiclet bracelets? Because they're bigger. So each little gem here, it's plastic, but it's filled with this gel that freezes, and it's nice and cooling. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. Yeah, my dramatic cool down attempt. This color here, the light green, which I like to think of as jade, they call sweet pea. Then they have, actually they have a lot of different colors. I don't have all of them yet because they're expensive. But I try to get them on sale. You can catch these on sale on QVC sometimes, so QVC.com, and then just type in the words Hot Girls Pearls. And sometimes these will show up. Yeah, they're super awesome. They had them also on Good Morning America. There was a special deal that they had going on there. So I took advantage, and these are normally like $65 for one bracelet, 65 US. But sometimes you can get them on sale, like I said. And so I was able to get some of these for like, including shipping, like $22 or so per bracelet, which is a steal. Okay, so do they only have bracelets? No, they also have necklaces. So I'm putting it on backwards because I want you to see the clasp here. Okay, well, maybe a better way is this. This is magnetic. Since it's very cool, it makes it a lot easier for people that, you know, maybe they have rheumatoid arthritis or some other sort of condition that makes it hard for them to use their fingers. So look, it's fastened magnetically. It's super awesome. These necklaces come in different sizes, by the way. The longer they are, the more expensive. A necklace can run you like, I think it's like $100 for some of them. They also, if you don't like these big blocky styles, which they call chiclets, the chiclet bracelets, they also have the Hot Girls pearls, which are shaped like pearls but big. I don't actually have any. The reason why is because only the chiclets have no metal touching your skin, and I'm allergic to metal. So that's also kind of why I don't have this on right now, but I'll put it on kind of backwards just so that I can try to keep it from touching my skin, the metal, but then I can, oh, that's nice. I can have the nice cooling gel on my neck. So as you can see, I don't have a fancy background behind me on the wall. It's just my apartment wall and my sheet. My hair's not done up fancy, not wearing makeup. I keep it real, partially because multiple sclerosis comes with depression, and depression is where you're just like, you know what, I just don't care. So but I do care enough to want to share this with other people. These cooling things are amazing. They're a real game changer, and I have not yet bought myself a cooling vest. I mean, again, I could get it donated to me from the MS Society, but I feel like I should save that for people that really need it. Fortunately, I finally make a living wage, which is getting less livable with the increase of inflation here in Seattle. But hey, at least I'm finally making more money. So not enough money that I can go like stock up on a lot more of my little fake jewelry here. But in my collection, I also have some stuff that's not just from Hot Girls Pearls. There is a company that started out when a gentleman and his wife were living in India. I think they're originally from the US, but they were living in India at the time, and they needed something to cool off because the summers in India are, depending on where you live, but in southern India, for example, it can get extremely hot. So what they did was they came up with a plan of how to make some jewelry that would keep them cool. And they call them nano beads, as I remember. Okay, so I have not put this in the freezer. This is just as it is. I need to put it back in the freezer. But as you can see, this takes up a big amount of space. These come in different colors. There's no metal, and you just tie them. There's no magnets either, so you do have to have some manual dexterity. Let me just set the phone down, my camera here, sorry, so that I can tie this around my neck, and then you can see what it looks like. I have also sometimes been known to wear this on my head, like, okay, and as you can see, this is massive, right? So it's not like super, super stylish, in my opinion, but it works. It works really, really well. And no shade to our friends at Hot Girls Pearls, but the bigger the bead, the more cooling you'll get. However, you want to put it like really close to your, I mean, you don't want to hang yourself, but you would want to maybe tie it tighter than I have, just so that you can maximize the exposure of the freezer beads to your neck, which is really nice. Okay, so how much is one of these? As I recall, these go for like, I think it's like $55 or $60. They're available on Etsy and Amazon. I believe they have their own website as well for that. And then last but not least, there is another company out there that, this is terrible, I can't remember the name, but if you type in cooling necklace, this will probably pop up. There is a company that sells these, and they come two for one. So you've got your white, which is sort of an off-white, right? You've got your white and your black, and let's just put it on my head so you can at least get an idea of it, because I don't want to have to put the phone down again. Okay, so, oh yes, look at me, so stylish. These also, you pop them in the freezer. They are amazing. Currently, this is not cold. I have to get another freezer just to put all of my little cooling accessories, right? And then also, as you may notice, there are the more traditional cooling things. For example, you know how there's hot packs, heating pads, whatever you would like to call them. Sorry, I'm trying to shake something out of its package, and it was shaking the phone. You can also get, like, cooling pads, right? Okay, so here's this. This is a cooling eye mask. It's intended not to be frozen, so don't freeze. And I wish I could remember the name of this company. I'm so sorry that I don't. You don't freeze it. You put this in the refrigerator. Yeah, please don't freeze this one. It will mess it up. But, look, it's got this, right? So we'll set this down again. And then you take the gel part, right? This also would work for a headache. If you have migraines, that may help you. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just someone who periodically suffers pain and hot flashes. And speaking of which, my necklace came off because that's what happens if you don't actually fasten it, which I can't do because I don't want the metal to touch my skin, because I don't want to get an itchy rash from that. That cooling, it helps a lot. But yeah, so basically check out Hot Girls Pearls. Check out, as I think they're called, nano beads. I will try to figure out YouTube better so that I can put links in the description of the video. And then I will look up the name of the company that makes these. There's also a couple other people on Etsy. There's some Etsy creators that have things that look kind of like this, but not as fancy, I gotta say. And those are designed that they deflate when they're not frozen, you know, once they melt. I don't want to wear something like that, frankly. I would rather wear something where it's a plastic bead that has the gel inside of it and will keep me nice and cool. But if it's going to deflate and look like I've just got a cloth that's tied in various places around my neck, that's not my style. But no shade to those Etsy creators. I'm sure their product is really great. But it's just not something that I would want. Although, as you can see, it doesn't look like I would care about being picky. What do I recommend for the bracelets? Measure yourself. You want to get an idea of how big things are on you. I really haven't done my homework. So I think my bracelets are size 7. I am a fat person, as you can see. And so what that means is that when these bracelets are frozen, they are harder to get on. These are elastic. I kind of worry, though, that if I'm not careful, that maybe that elastic's going to break because of my chubby wrists. But they're easier to take off once the bracelets are warming up. How long did the bracelets and the necklace last? Cold? Like, honestly, half an hour. Maybe more. It just depends on the temperature of the room that you're in, or if you're outdoors. You can swim with them on, apparently. I've seen models doing it. And then these ones last a lot longer. So this one is fine. This won't hurt your skin. Neither will this. But you need to be careful. And obviously this won't either, because it's just, you keep it in the refrigerator. But the other ones that I was talking to you about, these ones where you get 2 for 1. These are on Amazon. These ones come with a note that says that you have to be very careful to not have them touch your skin for too long, or else you will get you'll damage your skin, because these don't really have anything that protects your skin from the freezer as much as, like, say, this one and these, and of course, let's not forget our lovely necklace, this one. But yeah, okay, so sizing though. So these are size 7. They don't have a size 8 as I recall. And then there are size 9 for men. Yes, they make this for men. The men's, as I checked, I recall that they had black. There are other colors, but I just can't remember. But my dad is a slender person. I had black chiclets, and so for Father's Day, I gave him my black chiclets, the bracelets, and he tried them on, and they actually fit. So but again, that's because he's got slender wrists. If you're a man watching this, go for the size 9s. Trouble is, you will never see those on sale. I mean, I shouldn't say never, but I haven't seen them on sale. So you're looking at, don't quote me, but the men's bracelets might be, they're between $65 and $80 per bracelet. So if you can afford it, go ahead. Also, keep in mind, one bracelet is not enough. You need one bracelet on each wrist. Still not enough. Actually speaking, you need 2 bracelets on each wrist. That, in my experience, helps a lot. I'm already starting to feel a lot better. I can now perceive that the fan is blowing some cool air on me, which is great. Unfortunately, my bracelets have already started to defrost, so I'm not feeling really the cooling from that as much anymore. So maybe I'll put this back. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry that this isn't a fancy presentation, but I hope that this information is helpful to you in dealing with hot flashes, whether you have MS or cancer or menopause or some other condition that causes you to have difficulty in regulating your body's temperature. All right, have a great rest of your day or evening and a great week. Bye-bye.